Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Umang Bhanushali. A little bit about myself. I'm a civil engineer by profession and I have a keen interest in finance. My goal is to make financial education easy to understand so that everyone can grasp it and use in their day-to-day life. Um, in today's topic, we will discuss about how to make a budget and stick to it. Whether you are a newcomer to Canada or planning to come here, understanding this financial aspects of money it's really crucial. It's not about how much you make, but how can you manage what you make. It's really important. You might have like if you face your current situation, you might have 20K in student loans or car loans or in or other kinds of debts. Making sure you are financially aware and taking actions towards it, it's really important. Now, if you see, there was a recent study done in 2019 by Rice University on the topic, Know Thyself Financially, how financial self-awareness can benefit consumers and financial advisors. The result of the research shows that a higher level of financial self-awareness is associated with positive financial decisions and satisfaction among individuals. So we can understand that how important being financially self-aware is, because it will help, really helpful for us in our future life as well. And so before diving into the expenses, for what are the expenses everyone occurs in Canada, we can take a look at what are the general income trends in Canada. So I got this data from Statistics Canada for Canadian Income Survey. This data shows the income from the year 2018 to 2022. This was the latest data which I found online, but we can extrapolate to 2024 as well. But just for an idea, you can see that the average income uh, in 2018 was something around $53,000, and it went up to $55,000. And on the other hand, the median income went from $40,000 to $41,000. The basic difference between average income and median income is that average income takes into account is like total amount of salary divided by a number of people. So let's take an example. If there are three people and they have each one has salary of $10,000, $20,000, and then the last one has salary of $40,000. So in that case, the average will be more governed by $40,000. So if you take an average, you will get total of $60,000 divided by three. So you get an average of $20,000. On the other hand, the median income, which is the middle value of the three salary numbers, so you get median income as $10,000. So that's why median income is usually less than average income. I got the other data for labor was survey. I got it from same source, it's Statistics Canada, and this data is for like 4 months of law. I got this latest data, so got it for like August 2024 to December 2024, and we can see that the salaries here are pretty much higher as compared to Canadian Income Survey, and the salaries are like 60,000, 67,000, and they stay relatively flat. On the other hand, the median income salaries starts from $58,000 and it went up to $60,000. Now, the basic difference between the Canadian Income Survey and the Labor Force Survey is that the Canadian Income Survey takes into account only the incomes from wages and salary as well. On the other hand, Labor Force Survey takes into account the incomes from dividends, government transfers, business income, pensions, and other source of income as well. That's why you will see the income value in labor force survey is higher than Canadian Income Survey. Now let's dive for one of the major expenses Canada, which is housing. So as you can see on the screen, I have a data for primary rental market statistics for Ottawa City. I found this data from CMHC website, and you can found. I will share the link in the description, so you can take a look and explore the rental expenses for your city as well. So you can see that it's a really detailed data where you can find number of private apartment units available, what's the vacancy rate, average apartment average rents, availability rates, and what's the percentage change in the average rent. So you can see that for typical one bedroom house, the in October 2021, the average rents were like around $1,280, and it went up to $1,500, and on the other end for two-bedroom apartment, the average rents were 1,550, and they went up till $1,900. So the rent increase in percentage is, it's really high. So you have to, so when you are planning your when you're budgeting, or when you are moving to a city, you have to take into account the rents of that city as well. So yeah, it's pretty. So now let's dive into the other cost, which is car. Like, so if you are staying outside outskirts of any city, you will definitely need a car. So if you as you can see on my screen, I have taken into consideration the data for a 2022 Honda Civic. I personally prefer buying a 3-year-old car, because that car will be in really good condition and you can get at lower prices as well. But yeah, you will see that the finance when you are trying to finance, interest rate might be higher as compared to new car, but the overall cost will be way lower. So you can see that it's a really detailed background breakdown. I found this calculator from the CA website, and I will attach the link in the description, so you can calculate for your car as well. And this data takes into consideration the depreciation, maintenance, and the fuel cost. So if you so you can see that the average data, the total yearly cost for Honda Civic 2022 year is $4,346. So if you divided this data by 12, the average monthly cost will come around $360. And in addition to that, we need to take into account the premiums as well. Ontario. This data shows the premiums in different cities as compared to GTA, because the GTA, as you see from the graph as well, that the premiums are really high. So you have to take into account this as well. Like, and also the premiums depend on other factors such as your driving history. Have you gotten tickets in past, or it depends on the location as well, and car as well. And if you are based on my experience, the premiums for Honda are are are, are much high, are a little bit higher as compared to Hyundai. So you have to take into consideration the premiums as well, which is one of the important part when you are considering to buy a car. Now, other major cost is food. And as per the City News of Toronto, I found this data which says that and how much an average Canadian family of four will have to spend on groceries in 2025, which says that they are expected to spend $800 more on groceries this year as compared to previous year. So the total, it's estimated that they will spend around $17,000, which is an increase of $800 as compared to 2024. Also, other data are from the Eco. I found this from EcoFlow blog, which says that, and on an average, it says more about on month to month. Like, on an average, the person spent around $445 on food, and also depends on the location as well, how much that person is eating out. Or And then it usually ranges from 15 if they are eating out, it usually ranges from 15 to $100 for an individual meal, depending on the type of restaurant. Also, I found the data from the food security in Toronto, from based on the national nutritious food basket. But this data is relatively old as compared to other two websites. So in 2023, the monthly cost of the NFB for the family with two adults and two children came around at 1177. So you can see that the cost of food are also increasing day by day. Now, other major cost which comes is like your higher cost. So it depends, like if you're staying in residential or in apartment. So it varies significantly. So as you can see on the screen, I have opened a website for Ontario Energy Board, and in this you can find out the electricity rates. So if I scroll down, you can see that there are different types of electricity rates. One is for time of use, ultra low, overnight, and tired. And you can find out detailed explanation of all this on this website. And just to give you an idea, like time of use, it depends on as you can see in the table as well, like we're on off peak time, mid peak, and on peak. So there are different rates for different times. Same for ultra low, overnight, and for tired 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 rates. to get you for you to get an idea about what your electricity rates will look like. It's a good calculator on this website. You can see that there's a residential calculator, and you can add your own. So in this case, if I go to Hydro Ottawa Limited, and if I winter, no, I don't own a electrical vehicle, and total uses, I have had a monthly average usage of 700. So if I hit calculate, yeah, I can get a good idea about how much each of the different rates will cost me. And similarly, on this website, you can find the rates for natural gas as well. So if I go back, if I go back and go here, like understanding your natural gas bill, you will get a good idea about what your rates will look like. There's one more cost which we have to take into account, which is phone and internet services. So if you go with premium providers such as Rogers, Telus, and Bell, there are services for two people, including the phone and the Wi-Fi would come around 160 to $190. And for budget carriers such as Virgin, Fido, Kudo, and Freedom Mobile, their services would come around 95 to $120. So now let's try to understand how we can budget with an example. As you can see on my screen, I have taken an example of two budget incomes. Like one is $5,000 and other $10,000. So for $5,000 for a single person, and in this case, I'm considering when you are staying in an apartment, not a residential house. So the rent comes as $1,500, utilities and phone, it comes around $300. So when you are staying in an apartment, you are usually paying for only hydro. You are not paying for water and gas. So that's an additional advantage when you're staying in an apartment. And for grocery, I've considered $350. Car premium, if you finance your car, so the monthly premiums for the car, and also as we discussed earlier about the average cost, like the depreciation cost, maintenance, and fuel, and also I have considered the premium. So I have considered around $1,000. So total comes out to be $3,150. And also on the want side, I have, if you're shopping out, shopping for $600, eating out $500, traveling $450. So total comes out as 1,550. And in this case, you have saved only $300. But and on the other, and when you are two people, your income increased to $10,000. And your needs, and on the needs side, for the rent, you need bigger house now. So you move to a two bedroom house, or a residential house, where I consider the rent as $2,550. Usually it is $350 for both people. Groceries are usually double, like $700. And if you have a child, there's an additional cost for daycare, which is $1,000. Car premium, which remains same as $1,000. And shopping out and wants, and on the want side, it might increase, like for shopping, it's almost double. Eating out is double as well, and traveling also, it doubles. So in that case, you have saved $1,200, and which is like 12% of your income. Now, but to budget more efficiently, what you can do is, like, whenever you're getting a paycheck, you have to make sure that you are keeping 20% aside. You are keeping 20% for your savings, and you can keep it in a normal savings account or high interest saving account, or and you're not touching it. You are keeping it out of sight, because out of sight is out of mind. And so you because those savings will help you in future as well, in case if you are planning to buy a house, or if you are saving it for emergency fund. And then anyhow, you're not touching that account. So this will constrain your wants, and it will help you grow financially. So now, as we discussed about high interest savings account, I will go through with you what are the different types of accounts we have, and how you can save, and what are the different budgeting options and investment options and budgeting tools we have. As you can see on my screen, I have Canadian bank account comparison data. So if you see that for four major banks, like RBC, TD, Scotia Bank, and CIBC, the basic and the basic and entry level accounts, their monthly fees, account names, transactions, and minimum balance two-way fee. Out of this, you can see the CIBC. For CIBC, the monthly fee is 16.95, which is higher as compared to other banks. And TD and Scotia are way similar, and RBC comes somewhere in between. And for the premium accounts, the monthly fees are higher, but there are additional perks as well, that you get premium credit cards and access to launch and different additional services as well. And in this case, the price for Scotia banks is way higher as compared to other banks. And for student accounts, all the banks provide the same benefits. For student accounts, you need there's a zero monthly fee. Only requirement is like you require a proof of enrollment from your university or a college. But now, so this is the gist of different banks. What are the monthly fees? But in case when you are planning to, in case for the investment for your savings, yeah, as you can see on my screen, I have prepared data for what are the different tools and options where you can budget. So I have added a budgeting apps comparison. So there are different app, YNAB, Mint, and Pocket Yard, and you can see the monthly prices as well. And for mint, I think you can go with mint for a trial, but the trial period is not available. But it's free. Honestly, I haven't used any of this app. I have my own budget template, which I will share and will share in the description, and you can take a look and play with it and use with it for your own financial purpose. I'm using that budget template from past 2 years, and it has really helped me grow my finances, because I keep a track of all the expenses as every single dollar, where my dollar is going, so I can constrain where my money is going higher. So these are the different budgeting apps. Yeah, you can take a look. And also for online brokers for investments. So there is a Quest trade, there's a Well Simple trade, and if you're into stocks and options, so we will discuss about stock and option in our future videos. But just to give you a basic idea, in Quest trade, when you're trying to trade, it's minimum investment in $1,000, and trading fees is way higher as compared to Well Simple trade. I personally use Well Simple trade for trading stocks in Canada, and I will discuss in depth more about it in our future videos. So, if for Wealth Simple Trade, you can see the minimum investment is $0, trading fees is $0, and it specializes in Canadian stocks. And also there are bank brokers as well. There's RBC Direct Investing, TD Direct Investing. Also, there's CIBC and Scotiabank. They provide the investing services as well, but they have a huge fees for trading. Yes, so for beginner, if you are a beginner in stocks, I would recommend going with Well Simple. Now there are also higher interest saving account, as we discussed earlier. So there's a digital bank savings account. They don't have in-person banks, but they are digital. So there's EQ Bank. I'm personally saving my savings in EQ Bank in a high interest saving account. There is also Neo Financial Bank, which provides interest rates similar to EQ Bank. There is Motive Financial Bank, which is interest rate is 4.75, and they have a special offer going on until February 14, 2025. But before you invest, please read the services, or what are they offering, what are the requirements before diving into any of these banks. Uh, Also, there are traditional bank savings account, which is Tangerine, but they provide base rate is zero point 0.3, which is none, like which is way less. Similar for Simply Financial, and for the big five banks, the interest rate ranges from 0.01 to 0.05, so which is way less. That's why what you can do is GIC, which is a guaranteed investment certificate, and we will discuss about this in our future videos as well. Thank you guys for watching until here, and if you like this my video, please hit like button and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. And lastly, I just wanted to go through with you the final key takeaways of this video. Prioritize needs over wants. Clearly distinguish between what are your true needs and desire, and other than that, if you cannot afford an items twice, it's a likely a want. Prioritize needs and save for wants later. when you have established financial stability. Maximize your income, leverage your strengths, invest in yourself, continue to learn and grow, invest in education and training that enhance your skills and make more valuable in your marketplace. Seek opportunities, be proactive in seeking for new opportunities. Budget wisely, track every expense, set financial goals, and create a budget. Develop a realistic budget that allocates funds for essential expenses, savings, and investment. And please stick to your budget consistently. Save consistently, pay yourself first, emergency fund, and long-term savings. Save for your future goals, such as like buying a house or for your retirement. Invest wisely, invest regularly. We will discuss more on this topic later. Diversify your portfolio, and if you need any professional advice, seek for professional advice. Also, surround yourself with positive influence, seek mentorship, and join a community. Join with like-minded individuals who are also striving for financial independence, and support each other and share resources. And so, yeah, these are the key takeaways. Just so financial freedom, strategic savings, maximize income, and wise spending. All this will lead you to a better financial future. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Until then, bye bye.